Now we're going to find what cosine alpha plus beta equals. We're going to first put in our cosine alpha, which you can see we added onto the triangle, and then we're going to add a cosine beta next to it because we want to find out what those two equal together. Now, in order to find those two, we need to have something to set them equal against. That's why we add a negative beta on the other side of alpha, because we still need to have alpha plus beta. Now, once we do that, we can draw lines connecting the point that ends at beta to the point on the 1, 0, and then we can draw another line connecting the point as negative beta to the point at alpha. These will make triangles because the two arc lengths equal the triangle end lengths. Next, we are going to find out what each one of those points would be. Using the wrapping function, we can find out each of the specific points and then plug it into our distance formula. Our distance formula is the square root of cosine alpha plus beta minus 1 squared plus the sine of alpha plus beta minus 0 squared equal to the square root of cosine alpha minus cosine beta squared plus sine alpha minus sine beta squared. This can simplify to cosine alpha plus beta minus 1 squared plus sine alpha plus beta minus 0 squared equals cosine alpha minus cosine beta squared plus sine alpha minus sine beta squared, which once again will simplify to cosine squared alpha plus beta minus 2 cosine alpha plus beta plus 1 plus sine squared alpha plus beta equals cosine squared alpha minus 2 cosine alpha cosine beta plus cosine alpha beta plus sine squared alpha plus 2 sine alpha sine beta plus sine squared beta. You might be questioning where we got this. It's simple, just distribute. These numbers will cancel out for each other, which will then leave us with cosine alpha plus beta equals cosine alpha cosine beta minus sine alpha sine beta. Now it's time for a practical problem. Extend the line of the desk out and we will have our y-axis. Mr. Schmidt then will be creating a 105-degree angle. Let's find the cosine of that. So we're trying to find the cosine of 105 degrees. Now that equals the 60 degrees plus 45 degrees. We can substitute that into our cosine alpha plus beta formula, which would then come out to cosine 60 degrees, cosine 45 degrees, minus sine 60 degrees, sine 45 degrees. Sine of 60 degrees equals square root of 3 over 2. Sine of 45 degrees equals square root of 2 over 2. Cosine of 60 equals 1 over 2. And cosine of 45 equals square root of 2 over 2. This will come to 1 over 2 times square root of 2 over 2 minus square root of 3 over 2 times square root of 2 over 2, which will simplify out in the end to square root of 2 minus square root of 6 all over 4.